And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw and talking. They'll run the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On the move. Running into the open space. There he goes. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road. This is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players. We've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field. They score a touchdown. They made a statement.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, they'll try them in. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play. Stopped the run. He stopped that much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Looking for a crease. It's Davison. At the 15, folks. They finally get it stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, he drops the throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's got great speed. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the game.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you just...
And the defense, got him at the 37.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Using his legs to buy some time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box. He's moved and thrown away as long as he got a pass. The line of scrimmage, nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
This is kind of like Vegas in gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You're set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grab behind the line. It's Reed. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Got the back this drive from the 42. On the run, it's Davison. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun to give to the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Hand off from the shotgun. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, they came into this game believing they could run the football in critical down and distances, and they did it right there on that fourth down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move. All over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He turns that loose down the right side.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen, but the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to fire to the left. Makes the grab, makes one. They make the stop and a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The screen, he can go. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's lost. Down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Down to 14 after that grab. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, and let him do the rest.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. Now the pitch.
Decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it, he can do the rest, takes it to the house for 6.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Dances away. Creates a little space. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense. It ain't working. They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can do.
A shot toward the end zone.
Biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lawson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's looking deep. Snags it up. Ducks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's a passing touchdown. That should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement in there. Listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway. It has been very interesting so far. Nebraska is just getting blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 28 to Clemson. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Touch pass on the line. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him.
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick pass on the fly motion. Turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Sooners.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lawson. He gets a block. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer return kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Moves away as he feels pressure. Complete to the right. There he goes. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
With the catch, it's Taylor. Finds a crease at the 20. And the catch at the end of the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And how big is that for this this offense. Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Oregon Ducks will take over. First and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's got it down the middle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going from.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch on the right side. Looking for more room. Touchdown Sooners. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they've got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
38. Oregon 21.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the score. And the ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
38. Oregon 21.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Clausen. He only needs a swing with daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Sooner offense returns to the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. And it seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo moving.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
He breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this offense defense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
Oklahoma, 45, Oregon, 28.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Still going. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Fires left. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Using his feet. Touchdown Sooners! And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to NC State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this. Open spaces.
his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll go to the ground. Oh, man, look out! Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they're driving down after a good return on the interception.
You've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd big throw in this game.
Fighting off the defender. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
He'll pull it on the read. Through the defense. Jumped on top of the pile.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. On the move to his left. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback on the keeper. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. If that means handing off the dive, or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number call, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play, and it sets this offense going
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense. It creates a big hole.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Smith wants to throw. Wide open downfield. It's a running one. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for the confidence, but it also flips the field.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more before minutes into the house. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He's got him. He's in for the 2, and that is big because now it's a one-possession game. They trail by 8. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So first down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. There he goes. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front on the attack.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll finish the line in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And don't wait. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw him. This quarterback better dial in.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Smith dropping to pass.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guessed right and make a big play for this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? Goes toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And at this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Old Dominion has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 18 to Virginia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here we go, here we go. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And it slipped through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to him.
He's taking the shot. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the
Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Wide open on the right. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, Understanding circumstances, they are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, again, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive.